Guys, we got to talk about a developer that is currently complaining about Steam's refund policy. Now, Steam's refund policy, it's not something that we normally see complaints about, right? Because, realistically speaking, Steam has one of the best refund policies and they're pretty straightforward with it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. They don't ever they don't ever waver from it too much. It's pretty straightforward. So Steam's policy, very, very simple. 2 hours of gameplay or less. Usually you can refund the game at that point. And there's a viral tweet that's going around regarding the refund policy because as a developer, they made a video game that's called Paddle, 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 right? This is the video game right here. If I refresh it, it has 13 people playing right now, 401 concurrent players all time 10 months ago, 71 people playing the game right now, right? So, it seems like a fairly simple, I don't know. Hold on. This is that video game that I think we saw at the South African indie game of the year kind of thing it was or something. It looks familiar. It looks familiar. But anyway, regardless. So they made this game Paddle, 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 right? And they're complaining because they're calling Steam's refund policy exploitable because his video game could be completed under 2 hours, right? His video game could be completed under 2 hours, so naturally that's under the 2-hour refund window. And he says that over 55,000 players have refunded his short game, and they even bragged about the refunds in the reviews. Now, the thing about that is if you look at SteamDB, okay, and you go to charts, and you look at owner estimations, it estimates anywhere between 160,000 to 199,000 owners for this game. All right, looking at the price of this video game is $3. $3. Okay, so $3 video game that could be completed under 2 hours. Looking at that, I'm like, The problem I have with this is that yes, there are video games that can be 2 hours or less. I'm not saying that they don't exist. There are some really, really super indie developers that are just trying to make something super simple, super easy, and just want a super simplistic video game, right? So I'm not telling you how to make your game, but what I'm telling you is that the refund policy exists the way that it does for a reason, and you're not about to tear down one of the best refund policies in gaming because you didn't make a 2 hour longer video game. Not only that, I find it so ironic that you're complaining about people that completed your game in less than 2 hours refunding your video game, where I don't even know if you realize, but my man, you literally have an achievement called Paddle Faster that you award players who play your game if they complete the full game in under 2 hours. So, you have an achievement that rewards people for doing exactly what you're complaining about. You designed this video game to be less than 2 hours. And it's I don't exactly understand how or why you are then going to complain about that exact thing happening and then people refunding the video game. That's a little bit weird, right? It's a little bit weird. And then not only that, I also find it really interesting with this achievement because what it does is it exposes how many people have actually completed the game within 2 hours. Only 7.1% of people have done that. So 7.1%. I mean, if we were to take this number, I mean, realistically, that doesn't equate to 55,000 refunds. Considering the number, how exactly does that work? Right? Because if you have, let's say if we go to your charts and we go here and we say, okay, like 190, let's see, 100, let's say at the best 200,000. 200,000 times 7, that's 14,000 at the most. That's 14,000 at the most. So how exactly did you get 55,000 refunds? Here's what I think is happening, all right? And I'm just being honest here. What I think is happening is that this guy is upset because he got a couple of reviews, which he did. He got a couple of reviews that were bragging about refunds, which congratulations. Now that you've gone viral, now all you're going to get is reviews talking about refunds. But you decided to do this because I think that you're trying to do the pity party scheme, which a lot of video developers do, unfortunately. What they end up doing is that they go on this crazy pity party and they talk about how, you know, I'm so like targeted for whatever reason that may be, and they try to use the pity party to essentially get free advertising to try to sell the game. That's really what it is, because this game is $3, right? So it's a $3 video game. It is super like impulse buy level, you know, pricing. So most people are going to be like, oh, I feel bad for this guy. Let me spend $3. You know, let me spend $3 and buy the game. I think that's what's happening here. I don't think he got 55,000 refunds. By the way, he did not show any proof of this 55,000 refunds. Developers have access to their back portal that they can see how many refunds, how many wish lists, how many sales they got. So he can easily show you and prove, if he wants to, 55,000 refunds. But I don't think he did. I don't think he did, to be honest with you. Right? And the only saving grace that I could think about this is that if 7.1% of people completed the game in under 2 hours, that doesn't mean that everybody completed the game in under 2 hours. There could be people that played the game and didn't complete it in under 2 hours and still refunded it because it was bad. There's still people that could have did that. And I don't like the idea of a developer trying to like stir up this controversy in causing Steam to try to get backlash for their refund policy, when the problem is not the refund policy. The problem is you. The problem is you, and the problem is your game. If you don't want to deal with the 2-hour refund policy, then make the game 2 hours longer. Or longer than 2 hours, right? Make a video game that's not going to be able to be completed in 2 hours. If you really have a problem with that. Otherwise, you're not about to change a really good refund policy that benefits, you know, millions of people. You're not going to about to change that or try to get that changed because you're angry you didn't make a longer video game. That is unbelievably narcissistic and selfish, in my opinion. I don't see the point in any of that, you know? It says that, it looks fun, short, clocking just under 2 hours to complete the whole thing as is, and that's the threshold for Steam refunds. This is from developer Zorro Arts. This should not be possible, Steam. Would be cool if you could finally do something about your refund policy. No. Fuck you. Flat out. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that. But again, like, you're trying to change an entire system because you didn't make a game longer than 2 hours. Fuck you, bro. Flat out. No. Fuck you. That's simple. Like, once you start making things overcomplicated, you threaten to fuck it all up. And right now, even if they did try to make some sort of like dynamic refund policy where it's like, oh, okay, video games that are only like, why would Steam be the ones to decide how long your game is supposed to be, not be, bro? Simple, keep it simple, stupid. That's it. 2-hour refund window from the moment you start the game. That's it. Keep it simple. Stop this nonsense. But again, they talk from a place of like, they're the only ones, like the world's got to revolve around them. It would be cool if you could finally do something about your refund policy. Got dozens of reviews like that in 21% refund rate, even though the reviews are 90% positive. That's over 55,000 refunds, by the way. Again, 21% refund rate. So that means that if 7.1% of people completed the video game in less than 2 hours, that means that the rest of that, the difference between 21% and 7%, were people that played the game for less than 2 hours and didn't complete the game. So the majority of people, the vast majority of people that refunded the game, they refunded it because they thought it was bad. Or they had their own reasons. You can't sit there and pretend like it's because they completed the game and then refunded it. That's not your bro. This guy is misrepresenting it all because he wants the pity party. He wants to make it seem like, oh, they're just taking advantage of me. It's like, no, bro. We could see the numbers. That's like, you can't do, if you were on PlayStation, you could get away with this lie. You could get away with this lie if you're on PlayStation, but you're on Steam, bro. Everything's available. We can all see it. 7.1% completed your game in less than 2 hours. So if you really have that much refunds, those are people that are well within their right to refund the video game that is under the 2-hour playtime mark. They didn't complete the game. They just wanted to refund it because it was bad or whatever that reason may be. This is the system working as designed, and you're trying to change it. So why don't you join Team Kill Media and go release their video game strictly on PlayStation? Because then you could get away with it over there. You could get away with it. You'll be fine. It works for them. It'll work for you too. But that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to change it to bolster his sales so that people can't refund it. It's like, bro, stop this bullshit, man. Yeah, exactly. You're sympathy baiting. This should not be possible. No, it absolutely should be. He includes a screenshot of a review calling Paddle 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 a great game, but notes that it was completed in less than 2 hours, so the person refunded it. Zoro Arts goes on to say that the grand total refund comes in at over $55,000, though it provides no graphs or other evidence of this claim. It's because he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any evidence. And if he did, it doesn't matter. It will still make his claim look like BS. It doesn't matter which way it goes. It would still make his claim look like BS because his claim is BS. It's completely BS. There's a fundamental dissonance at work, and it's costing small teams genuine sales. If this has you curious, Paddle Paddle is currently 40% off. Just don't return it if you actually like it. Do you see? Look, you see what's going on here? So all of this is just a massive sympathy push. The journals picked up this story in order to sympathy push this game to try to get sales. They're like, hey, by the way, the game's 40% off. You want to buy it right now. Just don't return it if you actually like it. Bro, most people who returned it didn't finish the game. They clearly didn't like it. So let's stop lying. Let's stop lying, huh? How about that? It's unbelievable, bro. It's like, it's crazy. The entire fucking world doesn't revolve around you, bro. But that's the mindset. I mean, I really don't know what to say on that. All I can say is no. That's